Hello guys, my name is Dr. Hades, and in this video we will talk about a champion that dominated the jungle lately, and his name is Ekko. We will talk about abilities, build, runes, and we will do a jungle path. But first, let me remind you about the giveaway. There is a link in the description to my latest tweet, where you find all the steps necessary to enter the giveaway and get a chance to win 1850 riot points.
It's so bright, it's hard to breathe, but that's alright. Hush.
So, as you already used to, let's start with Ekko's passive, which is called Z-Drive Resonance. Every third attack or damaging spell on the same target deals bonus magic damage. Cannot be triggered on the same target more than once every 5 seconds. If the target is a champion, Ekko gains 50% movement speed for 2 seconds. So this is very close to Vayne W passive. And let me show you how it works. So if you hit with auto attacks 3 times, I get attack speed and a bonus, and this is the cooldown for the passive, the circle. Okay, of course if you hit with skills too, it's the same thing. So let's move on to his first ability, which is called Time Winder. Ekko throws a device that deals 60 magic damage to enemies it passes through. It expands into a slowing field on the first champion hit, slowing everything inside by 32%. It then returns to him after a delay, dealing 40 magic damage to all targets hit upon return. Okay, but the passive stacks twice. So if you hit like this, see first and then second. Okay, so if you hit it once when it goes in, and you hit the target twice when it comes back, you have 2 stacks on your passive. And then if you auto attacked once or use another ability, you get your third attack, let's say, and you activate the passive, which is pretty strong. But trust me guys, it's very hard early game to hit twice with this Q. Late game it's easier because the slow is bigger and things are different. Okay, let's move on to the W. Level up, and it's called Parallel Convergence. Its passive, Ekko's basic attack, deals bonus magic damage to enemies until their 30% health equal to 3% of their missing health. Deals a minimum of 15 damage and a maximum of 150 damage versus minions and monsters. So it doesn't have a limit for enemies, champion enemies. Active, after a 3 seconds delay, Ekko creates a short-lived chronosphere at the target location that slows enemies who enter by 40%. If Ekko enters the sphere, he will detonate it, gaining a shield that absorbs up to 80% damage for 2 seconds. Enemies caught inside are stunned for 2.25 seconds, so it's a big stun. Okay, this ability is big, but let me show you how it works. See, this is how it does, and if I'm here, it's also stunned the enemy. Okay, so this is, let's refresh and show you again. So you can go like this. Yeah, so you get a stun on the target if you are inside. If no enemies are inside the circle and you are inside the circle, you still get the shield. Okay, good. But if you're not inside the circle but the enemy is inside the circle, you slow them by 40%. Okay, good. And now let's move on to the E, which is called Phase Dive, which is pretty simple. Ekko dashes a short distance in the target direction. His next attack will deal 50 bonus magic damage and teleport him to his target. So it's pretty easy, you just do like this. So this is like a dash. It helps you sometimes escape, or it helps you get really closer to the enemy. So the combo until level 6 in my opinion, and after 6 because the ultimate doesn't change your combo. It's like this, in my opinion. You go with your W and you go like this, but you don't miss your Q like I did. Okay, and as he is stunned in your W, let me do this again. You should start hitting with your Q because you make sure that the return of your Q comes back and hit your target again, and like this you do more damage. But keep in mind that we will play Ekko as a jungler, and this helps us a lot because you will also get help from your teammates, of course, when you gank somebody, not when you are invading or something. Okay, so now that we talk about all the abilities, let's move on to the ultimate, which is pretty nice, and it's called Chrono Break, and Ekko turns back in time, going briefly untargetable and invulnerable. He teleports to where he was 4 seconds ago and deals 150 magic damage to nearby enemies on arrival. Additionally, Ekko heals for 100, increased by 3% of each 1% of his health lost over the last 4 seconds. So, this is how I see it. You should use your ulti to escape sometimes, of course, but late game especially, you are in the team fight, you go in, you do all your combo and you get hit really hard for that, you press ulti and you practically get out and you are full, not full HP, but almost full HP, okay? Because with Ekko, you do your combo, it takes up to 3 seconds, in 1 second after that you get, let's say, focused, and you're missing a lot of health, so you just press ultimate and you go back. But sometimes you can use your ulti because the ultimate also gives damage to kill somebody, or I don't know, to damage somebody more. Let's say you fight for 4 seconds here. This is where you will teleport, okay? This is the exactly point where you will teleport, and when you use ulti, it's like this. Okay, so you want to do more damage in the fight you are taking, you can also use your ulti. Good? Okay, so now that we talked about everything, in my opinion, we should talk on how to put points in the abilities. Okay, so in order to understand how to play Ekko, we should first talk about how to put points in the abilities. And because you're a jungler, in my opinion, you shouldn't start with Q, you should start with W because it gives you a shield and also stuns the targets inside the circle, so also the monsters. You get your passive, and practically W is the perfect start. So first point goes in W, and after that you should max out Q. So second level Q and then E. And after that 4Q, 5Q and 6 of course ultimate, 7Q, 8E. W is the last one because it doesn't give you a lot of things when you upgrade it. The dash is more important, so at level 9 you get to max out Q, and now it does more damage even on the release and when it returns, but also the slow is 60% now, so it's bigger. Okay, let's move on. At 10, point in E, and at 11 another point in ulti, 12 and 13 E, E. And now that you maxed out E, clearly the cooldown is smaller, but the damage is bigger. Okay, but here is not about the damage, it's more about the cooldown in my opinion, because the dash will help you a lot to get to the target or escape sometimes. Okay, and then W, W, and after that to 16 you max out ultimate, which now, let's see, stuns the enemy. Oh no, let's say he teleports to where he was 4 seconds ago. Okay, oh, you deal more damage, you heal more, so more damage you deal, more healing. Okay, and then you just max out the W, and let's see what gives you more this W. So practically its passive is better. Okay, you do more damage with its passive, and the slow it maintained at 40%, The stun is still 2.25 seconds, but you deal more. Practically, you get a bigger shield. That's it. And of course, a lower cooldown. Okay, now that we talked about the abilities and how to put point in them, we should reset the game and go for a jungle path. Okay guys, now that we talked about the abilities, we should talk about jungle path. And as an Ekko player, usually they start red. I'm not an Ekko player. I said that this champion dominates the jungle right now. He's pretty good, he's fun to play, you can do plays with him. And we will go start at red. We will take W as I told you because it's a lot better. And we will wait for the red to spawn. Okay, so now that red is spawned, let's try to do a jungle path. So we start with W because we don't have a leash. It's pretty hard. So keep in mind that when you start the game, it's a little bit easier because, of course, you have a leash. So now I need to use even smite for this one. So okay, but the good thing is that birds are very easy to be done because you have a lot of AoE damage and you stun them a lot, so it's pretty easy. And look at my mana. That's the most important thing you should focus on. My mana is pretty high for 2 camps clearing already. Okay, so you don't need a lot of mana with Ekko. This is why you shouldn't start at blue. So make sure you use your passive on all the targets when you're doing the jungle. And also make sure you're getting closer and closer to your next camp before you finish the camp you are in right now. Okay. And keep in mind, of course, guys, again, that I didn't have a leash. So I get a shield. I do a lot of damage in early game. And the clear is pretty fast, but keep in mind that I didn't do grumps, so okay. And now you just go in the river and you gank, or I don't know. In my opinion, your ganks are strong even from the beginning, so you don't need level 6 in order to gank. Your ganks are a lot safer after level 6 because you can get out very easy if you make a mistake. So I think it took me 2 minutes and something, 3 minutes maximum to clear everything out. So it's pretty good clear, but keep in mind you win a few seconds. Of course, as you play the champion more and more, and again when you get the leash, because it took me a lot. In my opinion, red was the hardest one to do because I didn't have a leash. So keep in mind for your seconds that when you get the leash, and you almost 100% every time get a leash, it's a lot easier, so keep that in mind. Okay, now that we finished about abilities and jungle path, we should talk about the runes and build. But before that, guys, if you liked the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel because it helps me a lot and I really appreciate your support. So, moving on. Okay, so we talked about next step. The next step is the runes. And here, because Ekko is pretty much a mid or late game champion, it's a beast, especially mid late game, and low elo, almost every game goes like that late. You should start with Dark Harvest as a keystone, because Dark Harvest harvest a soul every time you hit a champion that is low health. So practically, if you gank and things like this and hit champions that are low health, you get more and more damage, and lately it stacks up to a lot of damage. And then sudden impact, eyeball collection, and ravenous hunter. Again, in inspiration you get futures market and magical footwear. In my opinion, you don't need to buy boots until 12 minutes, you're okay without it, and especially that you get them for free, but each takedown you get makes takedown you acquire the boots 45 seconds sooner, so practically you need to gank in order to get your boots sooner, and slightly magical boots give you an additional of 10 movement speed. Practically this item is perfect for Ekko, not item, Rune. It's perfect for Ekko, Fiddlesticks or Lilia, so yeah. And in you practically need to get more 10% attack speed, because for your passive 9 adaptive force and 6 armor. For this is more about the beginning when you are farming in the jungle, and it helps you sustain for a longer time the farming. Okay, now that we talked about runes, we need to talk also about the build, but before, I would like to remind you again about the giveaway. If you didn't enter already, there is a link in the description to my latest tweet, and there you can find all the steps necessary to enter and get a chance to win 1850 riot points. Okay, now that we talk about everything, we still need to talk about Ekko's build, as every champion needs a perfect build to get that sweet LP. Okay, we need ability power for Ekko, so this is why we get the runic Ekko's enhancement for the blue jungle item, and for boots we have a variety, because we can also get ninja tabi, mercury threads, but in my opinion sorcerer's shoes are the best one. In situational games, when you're a little bit behind, you need a little bit more of sustain, you can get ninja tabi if they are more AD champions in the enemy team, or you get mercury threads if they are more AP champions in the enemy team. But also you get sustain from the proto belt. Okay, you get health, you get ability power, you get cooldown reduction. This is your core. Proto belt is very important on Ekko. I saw a lot of people doing this last for Ekko, but in my opinion should be like immediately the next item after the jungle item, of course. Practically your first item, because as a jungler your jungle item is always your first item. After that, Lich Bane. Why? Because you hit abilities and you do more damage after that, so this is very important, especially with your dash. You will do a lot more damage. And if you need more ability power, you need a little bit of sustain, and they have a lot of cooldown reduction. And after that, let's say your ulti, it has a cooldown, you can get Zonia in order to get more safe than you already are. And again, the last one can be Morello, because you get more health, ability power, you get magic penetration. So this is the build I would use. The core items in my opinion are Proto Belt and Lich Bane, beside the jungle item, of course. And after that you can go even with Liandry's, because you hit a lot, so you can burn Rabadon if you need more ability power, or if you need more magic penetration, you get voice stuff. Okay, so it depends on the situations, of course, but keep in mind that the core should be Proto Belt and Lich Bane. That's the core items you need for this guy, so yeah, use him. And guys, if you enjoyed the video, please smash that like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. You need guides, you should watch my latest videos, all of them guides on different champions, not only junglers. And after that, yeah, I hope you enjoyed the videos. Smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, enter the giveaway, and do not forget, until next time, that League of Legends is a team game and not a single player one. See ya!